David Ellefson here with the Kellybird bass from Jackson. The Kellybird is a design that I brought to Jackson based on an instrument that I had from Jackson, ironically 20 years ago, with Megadeth's Countdown to Extinction record. Back in 1992, I had my concert basses, which is a very traditional instrument, and then we had a kind of pointed, shapy rock and roll bass. When I came to Jackson with the idea, what we did is we started to toy around with a traditional kind of rock and roll act, but we wanted to add some more Jackson-isms to it. And there's a couple of different models that we have, this being the JS2 right here, which is it's a bolt-on, which has a much more powerful point to the mid-range. This particular one had Jackson pickups. It's a passive circuitry, so it's just a volume and tone, and it's just a nice, simple volume, tone, and pan. So we kept the traditional Jackson headstock, and we brought in this blower horn here, which is much more indicative of the Kelly guitar, which is part of the Jackson line. So, hence the name Kelly Bird. Bird, of course, with the action and the forward motion. To me, that's a big part of the Jackson instruments, is that they have this action to them. They're moving forward. And to me, that's an exciting part of rock and roll. In the Megadeth live shows, I have a song, a bass line, an intro bass line. And what I find with that line is that when instruments where the neck is back, it's a little bit more difficult to play the line. So this Kellybird, what it does is it puts the neck out farther, so I can actually execute the line a little better. For some reason, that little part of that passage tends to work a little bit better when the neck is out farther, as opposed to it being brought in, which it would be on the concert bass. This particular model is the JS3, which actually comes with a little more upgrades from the JS2. It actually has passive pickups, Jackson pickups, but it does come with a 3-band active circuitry, so you can have all of the flavor that an active circuitry provides. It also has a bound headstock here with binding all the way up and down the headstock and down the neck, with a little bit of different colors as well as the flame top on it. As we started to develop the Kellybird basses, I on the road tend to like active instruments just because there's a little more of a bass boost, so we get all the nice, powerful bottom end. But also, because I play with a pick, I like to have that click up on the top. So for the attack, I prefer to have active electronics. Having the binding on the neck actually adds a little bit of a different feel. To me, I personally like binding. It kind of encompasses the roundness of the neck to kind of feel as one complete piece between both the neck and the fingerboard. And the playability is also a nice high mass bridge. A strap lock's positioned here so that, again, this type of an instrument is going to generally tend to the neck is way out front, and you're going to, balance issues are going to be a little bit more personalized depending on where you want to put the strap locks. But we put them here as a standard, but it's something that should work well for everybody when they purchase the instrument. The string pull and the tension across the neck is something that to me has been a fantastic feature of Jackson, with the angled headstock, the way that the strings pull over the nut. There's a nice evenness to the tension. Years ago, we had a lot of instruments that I used and I tried on the road, and now having that past experience, and of course now Jackson's newer technologies and abilities to make fantastic high-quality instruments, we're able to whip these things up. I take them out on the road with Megadeth, we try them out, and then from there it's kind of like the ultimate prototype situation, because I can put them to the test in the real world, play them on the big stage in high volume. I can take them into the recording studios and we can try them out, so we can really fine-tune them to make sure that they're at their optimum best before we go to market with them. And now that these basses actually are in the stores and are available right now, I know that these have been road worn. They've tried, true, and tested.